What's up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to It's Time to Talk CCG Astrology. All right, so let's get into this new moon in Libra that is happening October 21st, 2025. Okay, and new moons are all about new things being initiated, new cycles coming about. All right, and Libra is all about balance and harmony, and we've been in Libra. All right, because we really finna go into Scorpio, but this is happening at the late degree. Okay, it's activating the seventh house of one-to-one relationships. This could be with your partner, this could be with a business spouse, this could be with your best friend. Okay, this is a deep energy, but it's also very light in nature. Okay, and I say that because Venus is also in Libra, and Venus is home in Libra, so there's a lot of balance and harmony. There's a more balanced and harmonious approach that can be taken right now. Okay, so side note on that, keep that in mind. But let's get into this new moon in Libra that's conjunct the asteroid Atropaz. And Atropaz is an energy where things come to a quick end. All right, and so automatically there could be a lot of contracts that are coming to quick endings, and this could be consciously done, like where you're willingly like ending something, or it could be things that abruptly happen out of nowhere, and this could be within relationships, friendships, business partnerships, okay, jobs endings. But again, with the Venusian undertone, I want people to be aware that there is a more harmonious and balanced and loving way that a lot of these things are playing out, at least right now. Okay, that takes us into the opposition to Aries, activating the first house. And Aries is all about the self, me. Okay, whereas Libra is all about other people, Aries is all about myself, and me. And with this energy, it's more so speaking about coming out of more selfish energies, or even like dealing with more selfish energies. Okay, because again, Libra energy is about harmony, balance, cooperation, collaborations. So a lot of the contracts could end at this time because there is this sense of people really understanding that they want more harmony or balance in their lives, and certain relationship dynamics could be more so leading to strife or chaos. Another thing that is showing up is trauma bonding within relationships. So there's some huge cycles coming to an end based on trauma bonding. And trauma bonding is this energy of where you find someone and you link up with them on as a result of you guys connecting with each other's pain and trauma. Okay, which is not a bad thing, but it doesn't lead to harmony, and that's what this access of Libra and Aries is speaking of right now. So a lot of these contracts could be ending because of certain trauma bonding beginnings, right? Whereas there's a contract ending, it's no longer necessary to keep this contract up because there's a healing that's taking place, or things have come to a head, right? Trauma bonding isn't necessarily gonna lead you to harmony. You want to be able to attract or connect with people who are connected to your purpose. You guys are on the same purpose level versus trauma and pain. And that's not to discount anyone, because again, with this energy being very light-hearted with Venus there, and we're like 2 days in to going into Scorpio season. The thing about this energy, a lot of people may repeat cycles. Okay, they may go back into different cycles and literally need to learn something else from that experience, so therefore they're going back through that entire cycle again. This new moon in Libra is inviting you to let go of a lot of past contracts that have ended. Okay, cycles that are up, and a lot of people who have pretty much integrated and did a lot of healing work, there will be no need to repeat cycles of imbalance. Okay, you literally did the healing work, and you can find that you are literally letting go of cycles willingly, letting go of contracts willingly. If that's happening over the next 2 weeks, be aware of it. Allow this video to be awareness for you, and if that's the right call deep in your heart, go for it. But then you have some people who may need to still learn certain things from certain cycles and certain relationship dynamics. So they may have to go back through those cycles again in order to get the lessons that they need. All right. So there's really no wrong or right with this energy. All right. But again, as we go into Scorpio season, that's when it gets a little more darker in nature. Scorpio season brings up a lot of the subconscious mind, a lot of your hidden desires, a lot of like the true hidden things about people come up to the surface. Their true behaviors come up. Okay, so you can really do yourself justice right now, hence Libra, to in certain cycles right now, in certain contracts, willingly, consciously, and allow yourself to basically jump on a different timeline, jump into a different transformative cycle. Okay, that takes it to our next square to Capricorn, which again, we are in a Capricorn degree, and Capricorn is all about discipline, authority. Okay, but on a deeper note, when we're talking about Capricorn from the Libra lens, this is dealing with contractual bindings. Okay, so these are like jobs or like just literal contracts. It could be anything, jobs, relationships, anything that requires you to commit to it. This is what we're talking about when it comes to Capricorn. All right, so a lot of things right now you can literally break away from certain bindings right now that you have been pulled into, have been in for some time now. Okay, you can literally start a new cycle right now. So that's kind of like a hack for a lot of people. Or you can allow yourself, with the asteroid R1 being aspected, to remain in those cycles like we already spoke about. Okay, so just be highly aware of that. Just kind of a moment of awareness. The last square is to Cancer, okay? And this square is going to activate the asteroid Benur in the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter has been in Cancer since the beginning of this year, you know, giving us a lot of intuitive understanding, but more so on a deeper note, a lot of healing has been taking place, okay, around the family unit, your emotions, your private life. All right, so this is where it really makes or break you here with this square, because if you've done the healing work, you've jumped off those cycles, you're finding yourself basically maybe even connecting with other people who are more like-minded now that you have jumped off those cycles now, or you can find this happening over the next 2 weeks. So be mindful of that, you know. Also, just you being able to network with different people. So it's a good idea to recognize any patterns or any cycles that are detrimental or strife or chaotic or wounded in nature, and be able to move away from those cycles. Even trauma bonding with another person in a relationship is not the time for that. You know, those cycles in certain energies may show up right now, especially dealing with a trauma bonded relationship. That will be very apparent over the next 2 weeks. And you know, this video could literally save you so much time. That's a message for someone out there, some people out there. But for those who have done that work, they've exited those cycles, they've healed with this Jupiter energy, expect more like-minded people to come through. Share your story. You know, with Libra energy here, there is energy where you can literally be someone who is sharing your side of the story of how you got out of some type of cycle, and that helping another person. All right, because the 7th house in Libra does deal with other people. So there is a collaborative energy here. So collaborate if you have found yourself on this higher, you know, wavelength, and like gotten away from all these toxic cycles, trauma bonds. And as you step into this new season, in Scorpio season, there's going to be a lot of transformations that are going to be like pretty much shifting your entire life, you know. So be mindful of that. If you are still on those cycles and you still need to learn lessons from those repeated cycles, you'll be familiar with a lot of the cycles that come back up during Scorpio season. All right, so without further ado, this is really the message I have for you guys. Join my Patreon, check out all the exclusive videos I have there. If you guys need help with like trying to get out of certain cycles, or just trying to gauge where you are when it comes to certain relationships, or if you should stay in this or you should stay in that, hit me up. Check out all my information below. Get a full natal chart reading, get a new moon report reading, alone if you need that. Whatever you need, I got you. Without further ado, peace.